Welcome back. Another day of Astro Gravitational Report. Hopefully that's helping you in your life. Appreciate your click, like, share, subscribes. I want to say thank you very much for buying me a coffee. If you need some personal assistance, you can email me at astroviber1111 at gmail.com. Okay. All right. What is it cooking? What is it going on? Too much. Too much. We talked about this before, but today is going to be some kind of like a very special moment because this is going to be the Sun and Mercury is going to be joining the South Node, and here is the situations from the past is going to be really, really deeply going to be triggering you about where you're going to be going. And if you're following the past, you probably want cut off communications, broken stuff. I don't want to talk to this, I don't want to talk to that, and so on and so on. Going out deeply within hermit mode, hiding things, while everything is going to be asking you because this energy is going to be particularly connecting with Lilith and Jupiter. We're also going to be seeing it. What else is going to happen is that the moon is going to be opposing the shadow, right? So you have to learn to standing against that shadow within yourself. This is going to be some a lot of triggers. Particularly, we're talking about material possessions and situations, material situations with others, which is Lilith represents at Scorpio, right? You have this. Energies about others, what are you going to do, how the material, and so on and so on. Because see, Taurus, which is the moon, is going to be on Taurus. That is it about the intuition that leads you about your personal material existence. In there is about where your values and of course material gains and money and so on. They are formed, you learned, but you practice it in the opposite end. That is going to be where at Scorpio. So this is going to be some tough moments about this. A lot of unhealed wounds comes out. So we are going to be going through a lot of things. And without other ado, let's go going on. What's going to happen today? All right. 7 o'clock in the morning, the sun is going to be rising with the horizon. We are going to see this intense energies that we are going to have. This is basically what is about. We are talking about the sun, Mercury, and Node at Virgo. They are going to be opposing the North Node, and we're going to have them squaring within what? Within Gemini. How is your social circle? How is your friends? Are you breaking things with friends and so on? That is going to be some huge trigger for the people. And for all of us, this is going to be the presented energy. But we have this very beautiful kite. And this is what is going to come, particularly with us, is that that particular energy is not only this opposition, okay? We have this sextile with Jupiter that is trining the North Node. We have to face the shadow with Lilith, and it goes into the North Node. So all this energy is ultimately about a better future, as long as you overcome it and are not reacting as you act in the past. So this is going to be the positions. The moon, it's already at Taurus. She is squaring Pluto. That is a triggers with the information with in the material energies, with the transformations that we are going to go through. And right now it's like, wait a minute, little setback, right? Pluto is like, go back a little bit, remember what it was, remember the things that you did and how you did it. Okay, at 8 o'clock the energy is going to be a little bit more calmed down. That is going to be this beautiful part of the kite where the inner work is going to be joining Jupiter. Jupiter right now is in Cancer. It's about you to grow your family patterns, okay? Just because you're hurt temporarily, your feelings, maybe you need to understand to overcome those feelings, which is the moon is going to be. And as the moon is going to be triggers all this, some of the people is going to be very much triggered. And where they are triggered? They are triggered within their authority. What is they going to do? Mars, it is opposing Chiron, right? A lack of balance within the relationships. Why? Okay. Right now, we're also going to see in it that Jupiter squaring Chiron and Mars is going to be showing up what? The immaturity. And at 10 o'clock is going to be showing up. Because at 10 o'clock, the inner work is going to be at Leo opposing Pluto directly, right? So that transformations that we are going to experiencing is going to be leading to us. But that energy is going to be changed at 11 o'clock. We are going to see the inner work with Venus. Very beautiful, very powerful moments. That's going to be the love. And it's like, you know what? I don't like this shadow. I don't like this Lilith energies. I don't like this shadow that comes in and tells me what I need to do and how I need to do it. Here's what we have. This is the inner work that is going to come in towards us at 11 o'clock. That energy is 150 degrees with the North Node, and Mars is supporting the North Node with that. So we have to go through this in order to getting into Mars and maintain this balance between feminine and masculine energies within ourselves, right? But as we see in it, the inner work with Venus is squaring who is squaring the dark moon Lilith, and this is what gonna be about the shadow. This is what it's gonna be. This energies in there, while the moon is gonna be trying like, let me see what I need to do within the material world. But the material world right now is what? He's under control of who? Of Saturn. He's like, you're not ready in there for it. You're trying to make in a plans where you don't know where to go, what to do. You haven't set up your mind. Okay? 3 months is going to be taking Saturn to be a retrograde to turn to the direct. And then another 3 months to go back into the place where it is. So it's basically a 6 months. But what the best thing is you're going to have a 3 months where you have to learn how to get your actions putting in order. Okay. All right. The next hour, the energies is going to be focused within the shadow, is going to be within Lilith. Those energies going to be for those of you who actually done your inner work. You understand awakeness and awareness of karma and so on and so on. You basically know what to do. You basically realize what is supposed to going on, what is it, the current moment in the situations is. You understand that the trigger comes in to really trigger your wounds, your core wounds, down in the very root of the problem. Okay? And you won't do this, you're going to be start working on that problem within the root. God bless your soul. I wish you good luck. Those who actually gonna feel that pain again, it is like, I don't want to feel a pain, I don't want to do this, I want to escape it, and so on. This is going to be the people who's going to be acting on the base of the past, because the sun and the south node are together. Okay, this is a you taking the energies of the past and you applying it again with what you're telling to yourself. Well, Mercury is sextiling Jupiter, and Mercury is sextiling the shadow. So if you're understanding the both sides of that growth and all this, you're gonna get into the North Node. And if you do that, you're gonna be the most happiest person, because you overcome something from yourself. But that particular energy is gonna come at 1 o'clock. So the previous hour at 11 o'clock, you're gonna be prepared for this. Now we are gonna be seeing that the inner work is gonna be exactly with the sun. This is what actually look, if you see, this is the kite we are talking about, right? And we're seeing it, the sun. The sun is here with North Node and the Mercury. We're seeing it that is going to be happen, but you choose that oppositions. You're never gonna get here. You're opposing the new ways within your life. So guess what? You're gonna be acting and stuck in this energy. But if you choose to look in the shadow, you choose to grow, that energy is going to be bringing you to where I need to be without this opposition. Okay, so as the Lilith is going to be rising on the horizon, you're going to be dealing with Lilith in about, let's say, about 5 hours. Okay, we're going to talk about it when she's coming in the part of the inner work. So at 2 o'clock, you're going to be seeking the balance from the relationship. Very powerful, very beautiful energy is going to be, because Pluto, it's trinic Uranus and to trinic the inner work. There is about this balance with the air, you're feeling it, okay? I'm feeling it, the vibrations, I'm feeling it, the gravity, I'm feeling the magnetic field. I am translating that magnetic field to energy, to emotions. The emotions becomes the informations for me. That's how astrology works. Okay, it's a science. Okay, it's a science. All right, as long as you tune in and you translate it within yourself, that what is going to be your biggest challenge. But you do that, you're going to be very much awakened and aware of the consequences of the actions that you're going to make. And speaking of those actions, you're going to be asked to do it, those actions at 3 o'clock, because the inner work is going to be with Mars. That energy with Mars right now, it's feeling the under pressure with immaturity. But Mars, it is what? Mars is sextile with Venus. He's in yacht with the North Node. He's like, that's all I'm looking for. I'm not worried. I'm seeing the problems. I'm going to overcome it. I'm going to be working on my own self. I'm going to be creating this balance because I'm going to be dealing with what? I'm going to be dealing with the truth. And this is why the astrology, some of the astrologers actually, they don't use the two Liliths. Well, this is the mean Lilith, and this is the true Lilith right now together with Mars. Mars knows the truth. Okay, if you know the truth, if you actually working on yourself from the base out of the truth, that is going to be the one thing that's actually going to be leading you forward. Okay, the truth is truth. Okay, doesn't matter what it is, and so on. And your choices is going to be have to be made it on the base out of this truth. Are you going to like it? Some of the people will not, but at 4 o'clock, we are going to have the inner work going into Scorpio, while the ascendant is going to be at Capricorn. We are going to see these preparations of investigating within a shadow. That energy, it is going to be opposing with the moon. The moon was there, right? When the moon was about 2 weeks ago at Scorpio, what did you do? Now you're at an opposite end. What did you find with the investigations? Go back 2 weeks ago and look at the report, right? You find some shadows, you find things, and now those things you have to be what? Work them out. And this is going to be that 5 o'clock when I was telling you that when a Lilith, it's going to be at the part of the inner work here. That's how it's going to look. Okay, you do your shadow work right here. That is where the Lilith with the inner work. You're going to be able to find all those synchronizations energies. All right, you synchronize your authority from the past. You're going to be overcoming it. The ascendant, which is the incoming energy, is pointing it out that you need to use Venus in order with Mars, right? You're going to be using all those very beautiful synchronizations energy with the sun, and that's going to be evolving also the moon. Now, all those energies, all those problems that you think you have, all those challenges that you think you're going to have, use the synchronizations energies, and all of a sudden it's like a magic, right? Things are aligning itself as long as you're not acting on the past, right? Because right now the sun moved 1 degree away from the south node. This is going to be the energy that's like, you know what? I don't want the past. I see the past. I see how many people repeat the past. I see that the past is dragging me. I'm looking forward for something else. I'm looking forward for something much, much better. But you need to what? Set up your mindset. Okay, this is gonna be at 6 o'clock. Is how you're gonna be talking with others, how you're gonna be talking within yourself. Certain communications is gonna be coming in, accepting the certain changes. And also accepting of certain changes, guys. It is going to be of the values that you're going to see internally within yourself about your personal evolution. Okay, depends on what the evolution is for you. For some of you, this could be a career. For some of you, this could be developing something new. For some of you, this is going to be like internal revolution from itself, from within you. So all this thing is going to be required for you to have what? Personal pep talk. Yeah, you need to talk philosophy to your own self. Go read some great philosophy. Go look in inspirational videos. Go look at it, and this, yes, it's going to trigger And in the next hour, some of the people is going to skip that. But that is a very important ways to do it. Why? How do we know this? Well, in the next hour, if you're not doing it, this energy, as we are talking about, that's the inner work with Sag, where the philosophy is going to be coming into air. It's got 150 degrees with Jupiter. Your personal growth, right? What do you have as a family? Your personal energies. That energy is very good with what? With Mars. That energy is very good with Venus. Is the primary energies of understanding, right? Masculine and the feminine coming together within you for what? For better life to come. And that is going to be this energy that is going to be leading you to the growth, because that energy of Jupiter right now, it's trining the North Node. This is trining. This is like, hey, set your mindset right here in your psyche. All right, 8 o'clock energy is going to be a little bit more calmed down. There's not going to be so much. There's going to be some like energy. Okay, I got it. I'm going to take it slow. Yes, you need to take it slow, but right. Okay, it's much better when you take things slow, but go in the right directions instead of going fast in the wrong directions. So Mercury can trigger things, because Mercury right now it's approaching the South Node. Really much, but the sun is taken out. So it's in a way this can really, really trigger things, but in a way things is going to get better. All right, 9 o'clock. This is going to be where your intuition is going to be facing the shadow and the lack of how much the shadow impact your life, of the lack of growth within the family. What do you know about family? Is your family had situations? Is the things is going to be in the hard way? We're going to see the inner work that is going to be at Capricorn. It's going to be at T-squaring Mars and the true Lilith with Chiron. Is like, are you going to hide your wounds from within yourself, right? What do they usually people do? Oh, it's his fault, that fault, her fault, that person, the other person. It was my father, it was grandfather, it was my mother, and so on. And now because of them, I have it within you. You can change. Okay, you can change. All right, 10 o'clock, the ascendant is going to be at Gemini, where the inner work is going to be with Pluto. Very, very good. I mean, when the things are good, right? When the things are bad, things are bad. But here is the inner work with Pluto. You see all these synchronizations, the energies with Uranus, and here we see a Saturn into the North Node energies, right? I mean, that synchronization energy set you back. Is like, hey, don't get into all this. But see, you did not improve yourself because you continue blaming the other people what they did sometimes in some place and at some time. You need to heal from that. You get off out of it. And now since the moon is opposing Lilith, you're going to be probably realizing certain things, that your shadow screw up your life. And now Saturn, it's coming as a karmic situations to set things right. But you also have to do the work, not escaping the work, right? But some people is going to be escaping at that, and they are going to feel this energies in there. But this is going to be what? This is going to be the most important inner work you probably are going to be doing at 11 o'clock, because the inner work at Aquarius is going to be, first of all, is going to be T-squaring the moon and Lilith, okay? But it's going to be also opposing Venus. But on top of that, we're going to have a very great yacht of overcoming the past. And this, how does it look like? Okay, so here is the inner work that it's Aquarius. We are having this squaring with Lilith and squaring with the moon, right? Where the moon is opposing Lilith. Right now we have the inner work is opposing Venus. And as we see in the Jupiter and Mercury with the South Node, it's going to be affecting that. You cannot bring this past up here. But the answer is in the past not to do it again. Okay. And with the trine that is a between the moon and the sun, we are going to be able to put intuition with authority that's going to be working within our own self. It's going to be a very beautiful day for a very good healing. All right, so that's what it was, the astrology report for today. I'm going to be giving you a heads up at the 7 o'clock in the morning. The effects from yesterday's energy is going to be affecting, of course, so much. The shadow is going to be coming in, a lot of pressures within the feminine side in particular. So be mindful if you're impatient, if you are kind of like trying to raking chaos and so on and so on because of these intense energies. Okay, we are talking about that the moon, it's opposing Lilith and squares Venus, all right? So we are talking about be mindful because Venus is going to be trying to skip things, not to do things from within itself. But for that, we're going to be talking more about tomorrow. Okay, guys? So that's all I have for you. I want to say thank you guys so much for watching the report. Thank you for the click, like, shares, and the subscribes. And come back tomorrow for another astro gravitational report for you. Much love. Good luck.